Hello Gemini, welcome, and I'm Trace and I'm welcoming you back to my channel Earth Star. I'm going to be bringing you a guidance for the last 2 weeks of June. It is your last little skit of Gemini. So if you're celebrating a birthday now in the last week of your sign, happy birthday, and I'm wishing you an amazing year ahead. So let's have a look. I'm going to be bringing you some oracle messages. I'm going to bring you some tarot cards, and I want to just see what's coming through for you, Gemini, for the last 2 weeks. What is your theme for the last 2 weeks of June? So let's have a look. Oh, I've got these cards all the way around here, and let's take a card here, and you have Metamorphosis, Butterfly. That is so interesting because what it tells me is that you've perhaps been working on something, Gemini. Perhaps your healing power is helping you to move forward. Perhaps your mind is open, you're reconnecting with the divine in your life. It's bringing fresh spaces open for you. Maybe things have been growing heavy around you and you just wanted to open through. And 22 is the number of the builder. So you are definitely looking through a new set of eyes, perhaps. You're restoring connections. Perhaps there's been a little bit of silence inside of you and you've been inspired to move forward with confidence when you've been feeling a little bit unsettled. And you know, your presence reminds others that change can be in a single thought because you are easily adaptable. So there you go, Gemini, a nice little message coming through for the last 2 weeks. Now I'm going to be using my tarot cards now for the questions I'm going to ask, and then I'll pull you your last moon card because we do have a new moon in your sign in about 2 days. So then I want to see what's coming through for you, Gemini. So Gemini, let's have a look to see what kind of energy is coming through for you. What do you need to focus on? Where you're moving into, and a little message from Spirit. Let's have a look to see what's coming through. What little story is unfolding for you? I've got the last card in the deck here. Let's see what's unfolding for you. And I always like to take from the bottom of the deck, and you've got the Page of Swords. We'll look at that now. So what you need to focus on, Two of Swords, and this is interesting because this fits in with your Metamorphosis. You've got Queen of Swords on what you're moving into, and the Ace of Swords is your message from Spirit. Now you've got swords, 3 swords here and 1 cups. That tells me that it's a lot in your mind, and because you are an air sign, Gemini, you know, your energy is about communication. It's about that witty, informative, stimulating in your mind kind of energy. So the exchange that you need to focus through this week, or the next 2 weeks, is about your thoughts and about how you can change those thoughts for you. And probably this is fitting in so nicely with your butterfly metamorphosis. Now, what I do see here is that Spirit wants you to go into your heart a little bit. So you need to focus on a decision you have to make. You need to focus on using senses other than your mind. You see how her eyes are closed and she's going within, and she's aiming. She's aiming without even looking at the target because she needs to focus and have a good look at what it is that she needs to be moving forward on. And that's what you need. That's almost like it's a double mammy card there. Focus on focus. And then you've got the Queen of Cups as where you're moving into. Now Spirit is saying to you, grab a little bit of your heart center. Take that. Remember I said you right in the beginning of the reading, you've got that healing power that helps others move forward because you live by example. Whoopsie. The cards are disappearing here. So Spirit, everything is spinning around here. It's so interesting. So Spirit has given you the Queen of Cups because she's that nurturing energy. She's the energy of connecting to something higher than herself, something that she can move towards, that she believes in, as well as doing it from her heart center. And you can have a look at the energy of this card. All the energy is around her opening up her heart center, believing in something that is not seen. And that is what you need to move forward on. And what Spirit has given, the message that Spirit has given you has the Ace of Swords. And you got the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. And both of these are about turning around your thoughts into something different when you do have this metamorphosis. And it's a new idea. And you know, this is coming quick. This is coming quick for you because swords are usually a quick energy that's usually around the corner for you within days or weeks. So this is interesting for you here. So if you've got a project on the go, if there's something that you need to be concentrating on, Gemini, in the next 2 weeks, Spirit is giving you the message here to say, you know what, we want you to focus on that and not be in the same frame of mind that you come into this last 2 weeks of the month. I don't know if you can see that card. Let's see what your moon card says, and we can give you even more of a reading. I think, you know, a lot of us are in limbo at the moment. It's been a hard 6 months, and you know, Gemini, you are ruled by Mercury, which does make you think a lot, and get in your head a lot, but you are curious about life. And I like the fact that all these thoughts have come out to say to you, you're not off track at all. It's not like you thinking the wrong thoughts, but they want you to focus. They want you to narrow those thoughts down into something a little bit more conducive to your life. And that is the adventures, that is a new idea that you've got through, and run with it, because there's nothing wrong with planning something, but you need to have that confidence in it and get going with it. And that's when your heart center opens, you see things differently. And then your last card is emotions are running high. Now that is interesting, because Spirit wanted you to do that, to bring it through the emotions. It doesn't fit in, so let me just put it over here. Spirit wanted you to bring that energy into your next 2 weeks of opening your heart center. But maybe there's a fine line between letting your heart rule and letting the emotions run away with you. Now that is also very conducive to you as a Gemini, because you do have those two sides to you, and you don't want to let your heart sort of rule your head too much. But I think the supermoon here is giving you such a nice almost like a little snippet of information to say, don't worry, when your emotions run high, you can focus back into this Ace of Swords, is you can focus that back into being a little bit more fixed on what you need to be doing in an idea or a project. And the Ace of Swords can be anything from writing an email to somebody, or answer something that's been off on your mind. Perhaps you've got something that you need to be saying to somebody. It could be writing a book. This could be as big as that. It could be starting something completely different in your life that it's going to be successful. And even if it's in a relationship where you're sitting and you're thinking, oh, this is larger than me. I don't want to burst this energy and bring the emotions into it. But Gemini, I'm getting this feeling, what's coming through is that there's a sense of closure that needs to happen before all of this can happen. So because you've got a metamorphosis butterfly here, it feels like something in your life has you've maybe been putting on the back foot a little bit, and it's necessary to have the emotions about it in order to get a clearer head about it. And the supermoon here, this card here, is either a new moon or a full moon, and the new moon is coming up in your sign when the moon is at the closest point to Earth. And it's about that like drawing something. It's drawing your feelings. Like we know what the moon is all about. The moon's always about our emotions. The moon is that that little element that is unconscious. It's giving you a sensitive response to things. And I think with your whole reading here going forward, there's going to be this push-pull between your head and your heart. But what Spirit has given you here is, if your emotions are running high, perhaps they need to. Perhaps you need to open your heart so that you can close some chapters and open some new ones. Ready, steady, go. Almost as if you have a almost like a yes from the universe saying, I want you to do this. This is what you need to be doing. And I said it could be starting a book. You could have woken up with some kind of a red flag in your life to say to somebody instantly, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And that's the metamorphosis. I think it's just seeing through something that you haven't seen through before. And that is why Spirit wants you to focus on it. And this Page of Swords is look at your next card on the top of the deck. It's go straight ahead, get going, move forward. So your energy, let's just wrap this up now, Gemini. Your whole energy for the next 2 weeks is about deciding on something that has been holding you back, that you need to have an adventure, that you need to almost like be the FBI about it, almost like you have to initiate something in your life that is going to create some emotions. It definitely is, but you can handle it because you've got new ideas. It's going to clear your head. It's almost like a in with the out with the old, in with the new type of energy. And your whole butterfly metamorphosis here is the focus on the next 2 weeks. And I think that deserves a reading out of the book, because I like to see what the Creator says about that, and I think it's going to back us up. It's going to back whatever came through. And it says you may be experiencing many changes, even feel like they're transforming into a whole new person. A process that is not always pretty or comfortable. Inside of the chrysalis, caterpillars must break themselves down completely before they can remake themselves into butterflies. You might be the process of shedding who you were to be moving past these places and people in your life that no longer serve you. But remember, this happens at a time, and you don't need to rush it. It can come in quickly, but the painful process is a transformation, preparing you for your journey. You may be considering changing yourself and including your appearances, but don't hold back, because this is the time to move into the next change. The person you're becoming is aligned with your higher self, to feel free and to let those emotions get going. Isn't that what came through? So I think this change is for the better. I think, your opportunities that are coming up is definitely better for you. So Gemini, that's so interesting. It's such a big message for you now coming into the next 2 weeks. Enjoy it. Leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing. Take care.